The subject of the unemployment hasn't come up yet. Do the people in Springfield know what it's like to not find a job for 3 years?
That's been one of the most difficult things that we wrestle with. And constituents come to see us and they say, I need a job. And it's not like the old days in government where we say, okay, you're going to come work on my campaign and you're hired. Now those days are gone. We don't have jobs to pass out. And we don't have the same influence in the private sector to say, can you hire this person? Because everybody's covered. And the worst thing is that folks are saying, you know, government, you're irresponsible, you're big, you're bloated. You have to cut, you have to lay people off. And government is the employer of last resort in a crisis like this. And in this particular go-around, we've been completely irresponsible. We've slashed state and local government. And the federal stimulus money that was supposed to help that ignored state and local government. The unemployment numbers we're seeing are showing a growth in private sector employment, but it's completely offset by the cut in state and local government employment. So this is just completely upended. I studied economics in college, and I'm a proud Keynesian. I think that government can spend money in difficult times to get you through when the private sector doesn't have the resources to do it. But we're just hearing this drumbeat of cut, cut, cut. And it's hurting people like you. It's hurting all sorts of folks that we represent. And I can say I feel your pain. I can't imagine how difficult it is. It's got to be just crushing. But I talk to so many constituents who come in and say, my kids have to eat. I don't know what to do. And I wish I could snap my fingers and fix it. But we are incredibly attentive to this. When the federal stimulus was being passed, there was a grand total of $39 billion in stimulus spending authorized at the state level. $31 billion of that was from Illinois. We were the only state that responded with our own stimulus package, with a capital bill that was designed to put people to work. And yeah, it's a lot of construction workers, a lot of folks doing manual labor, but that has a huge ripple through in the economy, and it will allow a lot more people to be employed. Now that was held up with a lawsuit. One of the entities that was taxed to pay for it said, no, we don't want to pay our share. So that was just resolved in the last several months. So I think you're going to see the capital spending in Illinois increase dramatically, and hopefully that'll put people back to work. Because you're not the first constituent to come and cry. There's nothing to be ashamed of. This is something that's impacting everyone. And like I said, I wish I could snap my fingers and say, here's a job. It's not the way the world works anymore, and I wish it would. So thank you for sharing that. That's awfully difficult.